Woohoo! Whoa! And I got charging up here. I love it. I love it. Guys, this has never been shown on YouTube. I did it. And it looks nice. I got to clean up all the Loctite I put on it. Whoa! Doesn't that look nice? Wow! Is that premium or what? Marauders, welcome back to the channel. In this video on my 2026 KTM 390 Adventure R, I'm going to be installing the KTM GPS mount, which goes in this location, and I'm hoping that, and I'm going to hardwire it. I'm hoping to, in the process of doing that, I'm going to have to remove the windshield, loosen the side cover. I've never seen this done on YouTube. Remove this turn signal, remove this exterior finish piece here, and I'm hoping there's wires, accessory wires underneath this component. I believe they're there. I'm going to have to test some, and then I have to pull the wires down through the top of the, let's call this a dashboard, and then out through a hole in the bottom. I've never seen this done on YouTube before in any type, well, in any type of detail. Theoretically, they've said they've done it, so we're going to give it a try. I may have to end up removing this whole side panel. I don't. So these are, I thought they were Torx. My eyes are getting bad. These are 5mm Allen wrenches, and on this, to remove the windshield, I'm using 5/32 Allen wrench. I don't have a full metric set in 3/8 drive sockets, so the 5/32 seem to fit that. So I'm gonna get to work. Well, I'm gonna remove the windshield and loosen the side components. By the way, I'll show you before, this is how this piece comes off pretty easily. And there are the slotted, threaded inserts that I'm gonna screw the mount into. And you really should order the proper screws and a bushing to do that. The dealership didn't have them, and I wanted to get this installed. I have bolts that should work. You know, it's nice. These are nice bushings. It's one thing to take something apart, and it's always a thrill to put it back together again, right? It's got some really, in this bike, most of you probably know, this bike was built in India by Bajaj, and some people are hesitant to buy Harley-Davidsons that are built in Thailand. I was not hesitant at all to buy this motorcycle. I was not worried about where it was built. Maybe I should be, but I wasn't. And Bajaj, I think that's B-A-J-A, has been around a long time. I'm confident that they know what they were doing. Famous last words, but I am. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this light out. I'm not sure. Nice little bushing. I'm not sure how it's connected electrically, but let's get it out. Oh, it's a, ooh, oh, that was sweet. So look at that, ladies and gentlemen. It's a little quarter turn. Let's do that again. Woohoo, Bajaj. Wow, I like it. That went well. So I'm thinking that I need to take these out, at least these two, and then there's one screw up in here and one up in front, if you can see that, one here. So let me remove those. A lot of Loctite on. And then there's one under here, and then one on the inside. Uh-oh. Oh, mama! Woo! Now, that was too good. So now I have here's a turd signal, two accessory plugs here. Now I would think blue is power, hopefully, black and yellow is ground. Let's test it out. Let me get my key is on. Blue has power, black does not, so I'm gonna assume the black is the ground. So blue has power. I wanna try turning the high beams on because they have auxiliary lights, and that is the same. I'm gonna turn the key off, and it's not lighting up. This is really good. So now I have to try to fish this wire down. Blue-red is power, black-yellow is the ground. Okay, so I have to get the wire through this hole and get it down to here. Marauders, a very good friend of mine, I don't know if you remember him in the early days of the channel, Engineer Dave, was a great teacher to me, great engineer, great teacher, but he was always adamant that you never knew. I found the blades for the electrical connection. He was always adamant, never rely on just a friction fit or compression fit. So I'm gonna solder, I don't know how well you can see this, and this, I didn't appreciate it when I was younger. I have this soldering stand, and this magnifying light is just great. And I always solder my electrical connection now. Always solder the connections. And I'm using a track power soldering device. I don't know how well it worked. I don't like that it's actually melting the plastic sheet on it, insulator on it. And that typically happens. This soldering iron gets so hot. So that's a sloppy job. A lot of solder in there. The wire is definitely soldered to the metal tab. So let's try doing this one. I don't know how well you can see it. And I don't like these. I gotta look up, if you have a recommendation. Definitely a good connection. I don't like that it melted the insulators at the end. I think that should be okay. In my opinion, I love soldered connections. So I highly give you, never had one fail, even on a trailer. There's my soldering device, track power, TK950. This is old. This might be 15 years old, but I use it. I don't do a ton of soldering, but it's always work. And this thing I bought, again, these were purchased at Fields Hobby. I have a remote control plane there for sale. And also this thing is great too. Okay, we're rolling. Now I gotta see if I can pull these wires. So before I pull the wire, I am gonna mount it to the GPS mount, the charging port for my Garmin unit. So it's always the thing that should be the simplest to do. You can do it from a bench. It was so hard getting these bolts on. I could only put 2 on, slide it on, then I had to get in this gap to put the 2 other nuts on, and that was not fun. Otherwise, it's on. And this is how you adjust the angle, which is really nice. I'm gonna flip it all the way up so I can get at the bolts on the bottom. Now I gotta pull the wire through. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it. I have a zip tie pulled from the top down to the bottom. So I'm gonna tape the end of the wires to the zip tie and then pull them through. All right, I didn't do a great job electrical taping the wire to the zip tie. Hopefully I can fish it through, although it's already having a hard time. So far, so good. Hey, hey, I'm loving life. A little hung up there. Okay, we're through. I'm gonna pull it all the way through. Let's pull it all the way through. Something's catching up on something up there. I don't know what it's catching up on. Let's pull it all the way through. Okay, so she's through. Let's bolt this mount up, and we're gonna take a chance that my wiring work. And these are and this slides in. It has these ribs that slide into these slots, if you can see that. So that slides in, and then, let me see if I have a Torx driver. And I know it looks like the GPS mount is upside down, but I'll show you how it pivots when I get these tight. And when you if you order this from your dealer, make sure you get the bolts and bushings for it. So that's tight. Now this will rotate very nicely down. Pull this wire through. I love how that swivels. Okay, so that's on. Let's mount my GPS unit. Let's mount the GPS unit. GPS unit is mounted. Okay, let's connect the wires, presuming Garmin red is power, and remember the key's off, and black on the Garmin is ground. So those are plugged in, not neatened up yet, but let's turn the key on. Woohoo! Whoa! And I got charging up here. I love it. I love it. Guys, this has never been shown on YouTube. I did it. And it looks nice. I got to clean up all the Loctite I put on it. Whoa! Doesn't that look nice? Wow! Is that premium or what? I love it. Got to do it one more time. Power's off. Battery is charged. External power has been lost. You're darn right external power has been lost. I shut the key off. Woohoo! Okay, let's button. I could not be happier how that looks. And other companies I know, and I'll give you a shot. So I coiled up the wires, I zip tied them. I put a little electric, I normally like the shrink tube things, but I think I'm gonna be disassembling this. I saw a big fan of Dork on the Road. Shout out to Dork on the Road, Ben. What a channel. Very funny man, very smart, great linguist. He was a teacher. Not sure if he was a drama teacher. Very impressive man. He promotes Cyclops lights on his channel. I think I might order a set of Cyclops running lights for their front, and they have a pigtail where they give you actually more connectors to this junction here, and I might do that. So I might end up taking this back apart. We'll show that in another video. So I am going to put this back in place if I remember how it goes. Got to make sure the lighting plug, this connection is tucked in there. Let's get the electrical plug through here for the turn signal. I say electrical, turn signal light plug. Let's get that through. And then this appeared to be tucked down in here. Oh man, I like this company. This has went together. This came apart and went together so well, guys. I love American companies, don't get me wrong. But man, this was great. Okay, let's plug this light in. That's in. I love, man, KTM. Winner, KTM. Great engineering. I'm sure this bike was engineered in Austria. Well, I shouldn't say I'm sure, I'm guessing it was. Great engineering by KTM. Lights on, let's check it. Bada bing. Okay, do you want to see the windshield go on? I don't think you do, but I did ceramic coat the entire motorcycle, and I did do behind this windshield when I had it off camera. So the windshield's on. Let me button this up, and I'll catch it when I'm all buttoned up. We'll look at it one more time. You know, when I've been doing it, putting accessories on machines, I don't know, since I was a kid. Probably 17, 18 years ago, my first Can-Am Maverick, putting accessories on that, they were terribly engineered. You had to cut finished panels apart and exterior panels to put on rock sliders. It was just not, they're much better engineered. Hats off to Bajaj, KTM. I think they're called Bajaj Mobility Limited is what they are on the stock exchange, and KTM, one in the same company. This was very well engineered. I'm grateful that they had accessory plugs here. I believe they also have them in the back. I am gonna research the lights for them. I really like that this was easy to access those plugs, and I didn't have to take this whole body panel off. I just had to loosen the side panel, and it came off very well. It's very secure. Again, I'll give you a look at the navigation system. Fingerprints are all over it. We'll turn the key on. Ready to race, baby. Ready to race. There she is. My Garmin Zumo, I think it's a Garmin Zumo XT, is mounted, and it's connected to my phone, and it's nice. And it's sturdy. I like how KTM made this adjustable. That's if you're standing up, I'm sure. Rock it down. And it's notched, but you slide it to the left to adjust it, and I think it works very well. I'm very pleased with it. We got turn signals working. Bada bing, turn the, yep, we got them working. They're working in the back. Okay. Marauders, woohoo! That's a neat installation. No wires hanging down, and it removes, well, I'm not gonna remove it with a key. Very easy, it's got a plunger here. You punch it back, rock it out, and pull it out. That's how it removes. Awesome. So this motorcycle, I traded my EXCF 500 in on this motorcycle and something else. Don't know if I'm going to reveal that yet. The EXCF 500 was, I over-researched it. It was the first motorcycle that I actually received ownership of in 35 years, wanted to do riding off-road. I over-researched it, too much power, too tall. Even I'm 6'1", 6'2", a little too tall. I didn't feel comfortable with it. I'm sitting on top of it. This motorcycle is heavier, I think about 75 pounds, but the seat is lower, the bars are higher. I feel like I'm in the motorcycle, not on top of it, and I am not going to be jumping off-road and doing a ton of single track. I'm probably going to be doing mostly dual track. I got to get out this summer and do it, and I'm confident this bike should be able to handle it. Things I'm going to do on the bike, I have to get a crash guard for the motorcycle. I have to get some type of rack for the back, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get luggage racks like I have on my BMW GS to put the Moscow Moto bags on it, which would be very heavy. But something along the side, if I go with a rackless system from Moscow Moto, I want something to protect the body panel. So crash guard, rack, something to protect the body panels, and I might do those Cyclops lights. They look good. I have to check them out on the internet. And I like that they give you pigtails that give you more accessory ports on it for when you wire this up. So that's it, Marauders. Thank you. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Ride safe and in peace. I hope to see you on the trail. God bless you and your family. And it is storming outside. Probably have 8 inches now, at least 8 inches in my driveway, if not a foot. So probably tomorrow morning I'll do that and catch it on camera. Woohoo! Love it.